Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's broadcast of the SCL Renax, a team that we've seen in form a lot more recently, a team that we've seen. You should be live, but a team that we've seen recently, a lot of form at the moment for these young lads, coming up against the Danish side that we know can really put the brakes on any other team they come up against. You know, we've seen it time and time again that Atlantic are a team really know how to play some good Counter-Strike. Typos finds the first frag, first blood drawn as Creeks. He's going to be traded out. Flashes go out for this short retake. 4 from short as we're going to see Flashes coming through this ramp position. Fnatic, good for one, potentially a second here, and he will. A beautiful 2k for Fnatic as Renax able to take the pistol round nice and early. There's Katem, good for one. He's going to have pistols coming after him, and he's actually going to lose that MP5. That's going to be huge. Giving away an SMG to Atlantic when they're just continuing to press, continuing to entry, being able to give up an AK as well for it, Macedon. He's going to go down. He's exasperated, trying to continue to hold back the lines. We're going to see Monster in a really aggressive position here up mid as exasperative. The IGL putting him down. We're going to see Atlantic continue this long aggression here towards Renax as Mingo able to get a trade. He's got to hold strong here in Macedon. Can't let his teammate down. Flashes go over the top utility, trying to keep these Renax boys at bay as Katem. He's going to be kept barely alive from that Molotov. Molotov doesn't spread. Katem lives to fight another day as Mingo. He's going to be spotted as Katem. Good enough to get one with that Galil. Katem good for a second. Flashes will go out as utility. Finds Typos as well. Katem, he's on 3. Picks himself up a nice looking print stream. As all he has to do is deal with Creeks. When Creeks is in top form, it's no easy task, and I can tell you that right now. Wagwan, bro. Wagwan. Creeks, when he's in form, you know, it's not an easy task by any means of the imagination, especially when we're talking about a Renax side that can be a little bit up and down. However, they look to be on the up at the moment, especially Katem with a 4k at the moment as Fnatic steals the ace. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. He stole an ace from his teammate. That's one of those you get a clip over the years for that kind of thing. But Renax, they're starting off strong. They're starting off the way that, you know, we like to see them play Counter-Strike. You know, they've come a long way since their lag days, I will say that, but it's been really good to see them grow, and it's really been good to see what, you know, official King D in chat has done, right? How are we, Kazo? How are we? Oh, the star from yesterday. As, you know, it's really interesting to see what King D has done with this side. Of course, official King D manager for Renax in chat, you know, was in charge of the whole rebrand and all that. So I think he's done a pretty good job as Katem. Good enough for one behind the head as he will get traded massively with that Deagle. Clean shot, has to deal with the AKs, a 3v4. These Deagles, I'm likely to recover any rifles. However, if I'm looking for these Deagles, I'm just trying to find some exit frags. I'm going to cut off the exit lanes here for Renax. I'm going to see if I can find a rifle late. As Mingo will find misfire as Monster. Good for a second equip. Able to pick himself up an AK. Why is he going for this? Please equip. Please equip. He's good for one. Will be traded. A very, very good eco for Atlantic, but you just got to wonder what that AK would do at the moment for this economy. The fact that you'd be able to stabilize, the fact that, you'd be able to invest into an AWP without having that financial burden of limited utility, limited armor, no kit on your AWP. That would be huge. That would be huge. But Atlantic instead opt to continue to go for it with that AK. Give it up. And I think, we see Equip get 2 frags there with that AK and he gets to keep it, then I think we see a whole different story. But the fact that he walked into a 2-on-1, they were both holding the same angle, it really leaves you to question what's going on over in that Atlantic camp. Why are they so frantic about retakes? You don't need to be frantic, especially early in games. You can be calm, you can sit back, let your economy build up, and then continue to be the team that you want to be with your full buys. Have the confidence that, you will be having, your strongest self out there. I think that's something that a lot of these teams at the moment in this intermediate division don't really do. They don't have that confidence. Instead, they rely on, well, I can get one with an eagle. I think Akazo will attest to this. Akazo in chat, he's a lot better with an AWP than he is an AK. I think Akazo, he's feeling himself when he's got an AWP instead. When he's forced onto that AK, it's a little bit, As we're going to see Masson and good for 2. Equip able to stop 1 as Renax looks set to take a 5th as Exasperative. Able to find Equip. Sorry, Atlantic look comfortable to find their first. That's what I'm talking about, Atlantic plays looking comfortable as Creeks. Good enough for 1. Potential to find a second as Misfire does have a misfire. Unable to hit the head of Creeks as we're going to see 3 AKs recovered for Atlantic. This full buy is starting to work out just a little bit. I was going to say equip himself with a little bit of utility as well as the arm. Gets the drop from his best friend Creeks. Sorry to put you on the spot, Akazo, but I had to get something to think about just a little bit as Misfire. He's going to fall as Mingo has to fall off his angle. It looks like they're going to go hunting that AK. Looks like rotations are going to start to come in as well. Kadam's going to be mollied out as it looks to be a double AK set along with Deagles. It's alright, I'm sorry, Kaz, I didn't mean it. Kind of facts. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be right. Beat on people with a rifle too. Every now and then. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But Exasperative able to win out some trades as we're going to see a 3v3 at the moment. Typo still having that AWP in hand. We haven't seen Typos be too aggressive with an AWP. Holding this long position, he's really not going to be able to find any contact unless, he's the first on that retake. But we know how good a Typos can be. We've seen him at his best. We've also seen him very much at his worst. And, he needs a few picks early on if he wants to get activated. He needs to get started in this sort of encounter. As we're going to see Exasperative. Bit of a cheeky boost as Creeks not showing anything. Pops his head as Exasperative pops it off. We're going to see utility towards his B side at the moment. As Atlantic going for this retake. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Akazo. Let's calm down. As Equip playing close quarters as Typos will have an angle as soon as that smoke fades. Bomb ticking down. Fnatic good for 1. Equip falls. Typos has to get away here. He's good enough for 1. Don't look in. Come on, lad. Let's play smart Counter-Strike, Typos. It looks like he will. Saving this AWP. Exasperative's actually going to go hunting. No. Going to be playing safe going after the AK as we're going to start to see Typos. Keep that AWP alive. Atlantic, plenty of money in the bank at the moment. It looks like they're about to use it to its full potential. Util starting to explode onto this B side once again. Atlantic have to hold strong. Creeks has to just keep himself alive. It looks like he's going to start being tagged up. This tall box being absolutely berated. He's good for one. T-post good enough to get a trade, but he's only good for the one. Misfire picks up two. Exasperative for one. The IGL starting to get a little bit involved early on as the bomb does go down. Monster credited flashes go through, and I think he did spot Equipped as Equipped slowly gets away. There's Mingo going to be mollied down a fair bit. He's going to be found by Exasperative. It's going to be all down to Equip by his Lonesome. He's going to be found through the smoke. Exasperative, 11 frags, 2 deaths thus far. He's having himself a nice little day. Either the current IGL or the former IGL, if I'm not mistaken, for this Renax side. You know, he's really turned into a player that we've started to see grow a lot. You know, I remember the old lag days when Exasperative, you know, used to be one of those guys who just had who had just a long way to go. You know, he had so much to learn in terms of game sense, and it's good to see that he's got a team around him that you know, is starting to, you know, support him a lot more than I think we've seen other teams support him in the past. As Macedon good enough for 3, able to stop this long push, does get himself the bomb. As he's getting his best friend Equipped to help him out here, and gets himself a nice little M4. A little bit of a Mecha Industries, I don't mind that at all. Current, yeah, I was about to say. I didn't know if you guys had had a change at all, because the roster's changed a little bit since I last saw it. I'm not gonna lie, D. What do you? I love what you've done with it, King. But Exasperative flash through, found by Equip, is now all down to Fnatic. By his Lonesome 1v5. So he's gonna start chilling top mid and have a little bit of a. Having a little bit of a fun time by his Lonesome. Also, for those of you in chat who were looking for the Legard CC Oglum game, it has just gone live. There was a little bit of delay, in terms of server connection for, I do believe, Legard's. So, sorry about the delay, guys, and sorry that it has taken me 8 rounds into this beautiful, beautiful matchup to give you that information. But I have just gotten word. I've just gotten word. Looks like Rifle's going to be kept away from Renax. 3 for Macedon as he holds down the fort as Atlantic pick up their second, all thanks to time, as Fnatic keeping that AK, playing smart Counter-Strike. I love it. I love good smart Counter-Strike. Ah, beautiful. Bellissimo. That's a bit of an Akazo word. Bellissimo. Am I saying that right? Or am I being very offensive with the accent? Oh. Yeah, I should probably start speaking other languages. I'm going to keep it a $150. His monster burning. He's going to go down to 70. There is a Krieg in the server, so Mingo might be one and done wherever he is. That's just my personal take with the Krieg. Good gun. It's the Akazo word. It's correct. Let's go. I'm learning my Italian. Let's go. Accent's fine. I'm learning my Italian. Let's go. We're going to start to see a bit of a short take here at the moment from Renax. As Mingo. Looks like you won't have a clue. As we're going to start to see Tipos on the rotation. Throws a bit of a pop flash, but we're still keeping this 2-2-1, one up the middle. As we're going to start to see mid to B smokes. They're going to... No shot are they forcing mid to B. They're going to force mid to B. It looks to be as they're going to start to see Kadem fire up some shots here. He's going to get close coverage. He's going to be fully blind. Allows Renax to go straight past him, but he will be found. As Creeks has to hold strong here, good for one, potential for a second here, and he has to find it and has to find it now and does. Fnatic misfire, one apiece for them as they unlock this B-side as Macedon by his Lonesome. Whose map is this? We actually don't know the map picks, but if memory serves me correct, it should be Renax's map. I can have a little bit of a check for you if you want. Because This one should look like a Macedon save. 2v1 at the moment. Flashes go in over the top as misfire is going to be found. No misfires with the AK as Macedon does go down. If memory does serve me correct, oh, it looks to be that it could potentially be an Atlantic pick. I actually have no clue whose map pick this is. Renax chose T-side. Yeah, I think it's an Atlantic pick, yeah. Because I know Inferno is definitely Renax's pick, as we're going to start to see Smoke's utility come down on this B side. Tippos has to try to keep himself alive at the back of the side. Will be sprayed down, good for one. Flashes go out, potential for a second here for the offer, and he can't find it. Yeah. And Renax chose T-side, yeah. That's ballsy as well. I love it though. I do love a bit of a cheeky Dust 2 T-side, I'm not going to lie. It's Mingo by himself in the 1v3. Mingo good for one, potential for a second and can't get the spray down right as Monster going to be able to come around through the side, pick up the frag. As we're going to see Renax win the half. But the question is, by how much will they win at 8 rounds for the European mix side, as we're going to start to see some rifles come in. Exasperative, don't put yourself on a deagle again, young lad. It's even worse. Okay, I was about to say, you're rocking a Glock, which is even worse. Atlantic, yeah. Because I know Inferno is the second map, which is definitely a Renax pick. I can tell you that right now. With Mingo good for one, won't find the second. Monster good enough for 2 on the spray down. Has to pull out the Glock. This Monster actually finds Macedon through his teammate. Tippos from behind. Able to find the weakened Monster. 2v3 now. No armor, Creeks. A little bit armor. Tippos does have a kit in play. Flashes go out. Exasperative finds Creeks as Kadem. Able to find Tippos as Atlantic. Give up a 9th. Their map pick going astray early on. But, you know, we have seen time and time again map picks be traded. You know, take a look at that, the game that we had last night. Last win, taking on Akazo and Co. No, I've forgotten the team name. Oh, dearie me, I've forgotten the team name. I'm sorry, Akazo, I don't mean to forget your team name. I'll find it before the 20-second delay. I'm gonna find it before the 20-second delay. Previous match, come on. Norsera, that's the one. Norsera. There we go. I got it before the 20-second delay. You know, we saw last win Norsera, they both traded their map picks. As we're going to see Macedon good for 2 up top mid. He's having himself a little bit of a day with these 2Ks consistently. As Mingo good for 1, potentially a second here if Exasperative tries to take the fight on. As we're going to see a 3v2 at the moment, Renax. Oi, we're starting to get a little bit of lag. I'm sorry, guys. So we're going to see Macedon 2 more as he gets a 4K, the young lad. My apologies for that round, guys. But, you know, we have, it hasn't been uncommon to see teams trade map picks, you know. I think the thing with the finals is you got to be a little bit ballsy with some of these map picks at the moment. Casual lag, stream lag, yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, it's what happens when you live out on the other side of the fucking world. Whoop, I swore, I'm sorry. Whoops, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Yeah. As we're gonna see Equipped and Monster go head to head at it. There's gonna be support coming in from lowers here for the Renax entry. As we're gonna start to see Creeks, Macedon really try to deal with this Renax side. Flashes go out, Kadem good enough to find Equip. Does come out a little bit scratched up from it. Little bit of a scuffle there. Casual stream lag, yeah, you'll get used to it, Kazo, don't worry about it. Fnatic, able to find Mingos. We're going to see some utility come in. Macedon does find the AWPer as Tippos one more, as we're going to see 3v3 at the moment. Atlantic bring this round back into something very, very winnable as we head to the 40-second mark. Footsteps heard. Tippos can't find the frag on Monster. Macedon good enough to find Kadem. 2v2. It's still kept the same as flashes go out. Monster found. That's the bomb. Exasperated by his lonesome. 10 seconds to play. Macedon, you just need to hide, lad. He doesn't have time, and he won't. He's actually going to fall to the pistol. A very impressive round for Macedon. Another 4k for him. As Atlantic pick up a fourth, starting to bring this one back piece by piece. It looks like just a classic B rush. No stop Ruski as Monster fully blind. He's trying to do some B hops. As his site retake near almost immediate for Atlantic, as we're going to see Mingo good enough for one. Utility comes barreling down from both sides into the site. Mingo from behind, able to find himself a second. Macedon, Tippos, one apiece. Nades even starting to get it done as Mingo picks up a third. Atta boy, Mingo. 3 for that young lad. They're even going to give him the bomb defusal. All 5 stay alive for Atlantic as we head into the 15th round of this match. Let's see if that fixes the lag at all. We're going to find out. This is Kadem, first to fall. In around 15, I'm sure Renax maybe wish they'd handled just a little bit better. Atlantic giving away back into this one. Renax had a chance to put the fire out, and they've just minorly diminished the flames. As misfire, beautiful, beautiful shot with that AK. Oh, you'd love to see it. Tippo's good for one. We're going to see Fnatic push through with the bomb. If he loses it here, it could be trouble, and it is. Spelling disaster for Renax. As misfire on the other side of the map, he's going to go down as Atlantic pick up a 6th. 4 in a row from the Danes to close out the half. As Renax continuing to try push forward in what's been a very, very good opening half for them. You know, we see Macedon 20 frags already, Mingo 14, Tippos 9. And on that Renax side, it's a lot more of an even spread. We're seeing Exasperative, Cade and 13 each, and we're seeing Fnatic on 11. It's really starting to look very, looking like it's going to be a really good matchup. You know, I'm thinking that if I'm Atlantic, I need someone else to step up. You know, if I'm Atlantic, I need one of my guys. You know, I either need my Creeks or I need my Equip to really step up. We know how good Equip can be on the entries, and we've seen it time and time again. This Atlantic side, and I'm pretty sure all the Atlantic fans would be happy to spam in chat if he does get a few frags. However, Renax, we know how good of a defensive caller Exasperative is, and we're actually going to see it coming up first. He's going to buy a kit, 2 flashes, going to purely play support here, as it looks like it's going to be a bit of a mid-rush. Flashes go through mid-doors as Atlantic. A little bit of a creative sort of spark coming in here from the Danes. A mid-to-be take on the pistol. Very interesting play call as Tippos Mingo clear out this side, as we're going to see Misfire fall. It's all down to Kadam. He's on 3 HP. The question is he going to save the armor? You know, if I'm Kadam, I want to save this armor. Maybe even potentially find an exit while I'm at it. It looks like that's the play call. It looks like Atlantic won't go hunting either. But a huge 3k from Mingo to open up the site. As Atlantic pick up a 7th. They're really starting to come back alive in this one. As Mac able to find the frag on Kadam. Very early to find this pick here. This mid rush goes astray. You can see Tippos able to find that spray on Misfire. As Monster Fnatic able to bring this one back to a 3v3. As Creeks, the question is, how aggressive is he going to get with this Mac 10? Flashes go over the top as smokes fade. Creeks hiding in it. Playing around it as well. Good enough for one. Can he find a second? Has to pull out his pistol. Able to get some tags up as Creeks finally taken care of. Fnatic down to 22 as Renax call for the save near immediately after. No shot to the quick, just find that deagle as well. What a pickup as we're going to see Atlantic pick up an 8th. What a slick move. What a slick move. Creeks once again investing into that Mac 10. As we're going to see Fnatic actually find Creeks. That Mac 10 unable to do much else as Fnatic will be tagged up just a little bit after being fully blind in that encounter. As we're going to see Atlantic. Potential for them here to bring this all back to tie game. The smokes really deep into that bedroom area. I keep calling it banana bedroom area. You know, it's a really good smoke because when they peek out through the doors, you'll be able to see their legs first before anything. As Kadam nearly had a little bit of a whiff there. As we're going to see a 3v4 at the moment. Fnatic good for one. Potential for a second here is Mingo. And Masson able to trade each other out before Kadam brings it back. 2 AKs recovered. Renax win their first round of this half. We start to see this Renax hold early. 2 playing long, 1 playing mid doors. It's a very passive mid doors as well. And speaking of a passive mid doors, this fire might even be found and will be spotted. However, we'll get the frag. As nades go in to continue to try maintain this mid hold. We'll spot Tippos and Tippos falls. We're going to see the bomb actually drop as well. Mingo has to hold strong here. He has to find the frag. Mingo eventually getting rid of the pesky misfire. 3k for him on the round before he goes down. There's Mingo. There's a few to deal with. Doesn't have enough in him. Exasperative able to get the trade. The IGL closing that round out as Renax taking 11th. As Monster holds strong, 3 for him, potentially a 4th as Misfire helps him out. Misfire able to get 2 Monster with a bit of a 3k as Renax deal with that long push and deal with it very, very convincingly. As Renax going on a little bit of a run here in this second half, they're going to continue to strive forward, continue to push, and continue to probably see if they can take this 3-round advantage, this 3-round run that they've got at the moment, and continue to try push it towards that 14 mark maybe before, you know, Atlantic have to fight for one back. You know, we're not seeing an AWP for Atlantic at the moment. Tippo's stuck to this AK. As we're seeing AUGs, we're seeing an AWP as well as a lot of stockpiled cash at the moment for this CT side. Short play looking to be the hit here as Fnatic will re-peak the angle. Can't find anything though as they part ways. Utility traded. Looks to be server lag inbound as Equip. Good enough for one, potential for a second here as Fnatic will find the trade. There's Masson, good for one. Masson has to continue to push. Tippo's exasperative pushes. AWP, will it be recoverable? Zippy, do I want to become famous? Of course I want to become famous, my good sir. A little bit offensive right now because we are trying to enjoy a game of Counter-Strike, my good friend Zippy. It's a little bit mean. I'm not going to lie, my good sir. Just a little bit, mean. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit. Well, I mean, it's not a double AWP setup for Renax on their CT side for does 2 now, is it? We're gonna see Kadem come in late as we're gonna see Monster Misfire continue to hold down this long area of the map. Nade stacks going in. I'm actually gonna see Misfire pick up the AWP. Let's see what you got, son. This triple long setup very, very quickly turning into a pit car site setup at the moment as Equip swings wide. Will be found by Fnatic. As Kadem able to find one elsewhere as we're going to start to see a mid push from Tippo's here and he's going to fall. There's the double AWP setup maintained. Renax looks set to pick up a 14th here. They've got all the momentum in the world. You know, we're seeing Masson, Mingo. They're the early people in the 20s at the moment for this Atlantic side. And Renax, they just look in position to take this one out. They look really set at the moment. They've got their feet planted nice and steadily into the ground. This Equip naded down to half health. A beautifully placed nade there from Misfire. Is equipped good enough to find the head of Exasperative. Mingo, good for a second here. This Atlantic side really starting to take control. 2 AWPs to deal with. Both these AWPs, they're chilling towards this B side at the moment. This Atlantic hustling, bustling to get this bomb down. 45 seconds left to play. This bomb goes down. Looks to be a save call for Renax. What looks set to be a save round with Atlantic. Not going to go hunting all too much. Atlantic finally gets to that 10 mark. It only took us a fair bit to get here. There's Atlantic. Pick up a 10th. I'm going to see Renax start to slowly buy into this one. The Atlantic fans awfully, you know, usually a very awfully pretty rowdy bunch, as we're going to see Fnatic take down Mingo. That's one of the 2 big hitters for this Atlantic side. Gone early. When you need him most, he's gone. Going to see Molly's as equipped. Only good for 1. Will be traded. Macedon on the lurk. Can't get a clean frag onto the AWPer of Kadem. As Monster close quarters. We'll walk straight past Tippos and he falls. 3v3 now as we're going to see Exasperative find Masson. As Exasperative looks to take the fight on to Creeks early. Both tagged up. Utility goes down. Support comes in as well. Creeks has to go and has to go quick. And he's going to continue to get aggressive. Exasperative going to be found. Creeks, he needs the bomb plant. And with it, Creeks will go down. A 14th for Renax. However, not a bad round. They take away 4 of these guns, and the economy for Renax not looking too hot at the moment. It's Kadem venting some frustrations with the server. Don't blame him at all. So we're gonna see a change at the moment for Renax here. The single AWP setup coming back in for the side as Tippo's able to find one. Will eventually fall to misfire. We're going to see Smokes to try and deal with this bedroom presence that we're starting to see from Atlantic at very early on. Misfire. Flashes himself as Mingo. Good for 1. Able to find a second. Mingo coming alive very, very late into this game. So he gets the 25 frags as the bomb plant goes down. Renax once again saving. Save coming through as this bomb set to go off. As Atlantic pick up an 11th. We're going to see Monster stuck on that CZ. We're going to see SMGs. 2 M4s and a Scout coming out for this Renax side. As Tipos opting for his orb back. After what looked to be an early B lane due to spawn. To try and get rid of anyone. Maybe potentially being cheeky going in through unders. This Fnatic going to be tagged up through the door. We're going to see Monster close quarters with that CZ. Flash, good for one, will be traded. Masson able to find the trade. Misfire up next on the chopping block to deal with this short push. Good enough to find the AWPer. Can he find a second? They will tag each other up as Masson does fall off the angle. Creeks coming in from behind as Misfire might even have himself exposed, and Will Masson finishes off the frag. As a 2v3 starts to come in. Fnatic finds both. RAK is recoverable at the moment, no. Kadem stuck on that SMG here as they're going to play for match point. 15 for Renax as Atlantic have their map pick go astray. Going to see Tech 9, a Deagle, 2 AKs and an AWP. Atlantic fully buying into this one. Seeing if they can just find a little bit of wiggle room to work with. And that wiggle room looks to be up short. We're going to see Mingo and Creeks. 2 guys on very, very different ends of the spectrum at the moment in terms of how well they're performing on this map at the moment. Nades going in. Tipos will be tagged up. We're going to see Masson be able to get that bomb down. 5v5 still left in the server. There's this heavy long presence from Renax here. Looking to bite them in the backside. There's Misfire. Will be spotted, will be taken down. Mingo coming out worse for wear. That's suddenly going to become a 5v4. Exasperative good for one. Does take down a Tech 9, however, as Mingo... He's the danger man, does go down. Creeks falls as well. Kadem good for 2. KQLY question mark? No, we're going to see Tipos fire his lonesome smoke. Goes down onto the bomb. Tipos finding the frag as Renax can't stop the bomb plan and everyone except Tipos falls. Renax. Too little too late. As if Tipos didn't find that frag on Exasperative, there is a high chance that he does find that bomb defusal. Deagle scouts at the moment for Renax. As Tipos good for 1. Atlantic take an early lead. There's a quip. Able to find one of his own. Able to find the Deagle. He's a very, very cheeky Fnatic who continues to push. We're going to see Renax stuck in a 3v4. The decision to full buy here a little bit baffling to me, I'm not going to lie, as Creeks, Masson on 1 apiece. So we're going to see the Kadem Scout. There's Atlantic. A minute left to play. Let it continue to bide their time. There's Kadem. May as well have a bit of a look in here as the bomb does go down. You may as well see if you can try and steal a AK or two. As he's good for one, will be traded. Creeks having himself a little bit of a comeback in this game after what is sure to be a disappointing map for that young man. Let's see Tippos, good for one. Able to find Monster. There's Renax. Giving Tippos a little bit of a cheeky 4K, the AWP. Getting it done. As we head to round 30. A very, very awkward buy having to come in here for Renax. Limited utility, no kit. Atlantic, to win, they pretty much have to get that bomb down. There's Kadem going to be tagged up. Still a 5v5, minute 10 left to play in round 30 here as Renax had the lead. Atlantic mounting a little bit of a comeback here late. Tippos able to finally break the 5v5 stare down here. 45 seconds left to play as Exasperative has to hold strong here. Good for one. Has to find a second and can't. Masson from the side will open up this B side at the moment. Atlantic coming out worse for wear here as Tippos able to find one more. Fnatic falls. 2v4 at the moment. As Renax have to have a look in here. But with no kit in play. Looking to be like overtime might be the call here. Creeks able to find one more pick. Monster good for one. Will be traded. Tippos able to take this game to overtime. And ladies and gentlemen, our first overtime of the SCL. Oh my god, my voice. I'm dying, guys. I'm dying. Yeah. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Exasperative 18 for him on the day, down the bottom of the scoreboard for Renax. However, 25 for Fnatic, 29 for Masson. You know, it's really starting to look like it could potentially be a little bit of an Atlantic comeback in this one. Renax, they lost all the momentum early and they just couldn't recover it. You know, on this Atlantic side, however, we are seeing two guys below 15 kills in the first 30 rounds, you know. They're barely going at 1 kill every 2 rounds, which, I mean, it's just... It's just a little bit disheartening, you know, when you've got guys who are really working their ass off here in the server. You know, we're talking Masson, we're talking Mingo, really working their ass off as Tippo's able to find the pick. Only takes 20 damage even though he's standing in the flames. As an Xbox smoke comes down. Lots of Atlantic fans joining back into the chat after this overtime sort of presence that we're seeing from Atlantic, because we're going to start to see how the Danes can come back into this one. Molotovs go out towards the short area of the map as Renax look like they've got to deal with the beat push. That flash near perfect. It actually turns Atlantic around as the Molly does as well. Chaos ensuing here in the upper tons. A minute left to play. As a rotation looks to be called. 50 seconds left to play. We're going to see Monster spray down good for one. Creek's able to find the trade. Atlantic pretty banged up as they're going to continue this sort of presence here from long. Utility goes out to stop the cross. As Molly is to try and prevent Fnatic from finding anything. Any cheeky pick. As it looks like it's going to be a save for Renax in overtime. Smart economical decision, I'm not going to lie. But you're just continuing to fuel this momentum train that is Atlantic. As this save comes in, it's going to start to look like there might be no way back in here for Renax at the moment. Of course, for those of you interested, the mainstream would have gone live very, very short. We'll go live very, very shortly with the Goose House and Endangered, a game that I'm very excited to watch. And if you guys want to check that out, make sure you guys check that out after this match. Of course, I know the Atlantic fans wouldn't leave for the world. I know Renax fans, well, I mean, maybe start spamming not like this. We're going to see Fnatic good enough to find Mac in full blind. Beautiful timing pick there as we're going to see a Quick go down as well. Fnatic good for one more. Mingo able to find the trade as we're going to continue to see this mid take at the moment here from Atlantic. 2v4 at the moment. First time we've seen Renax really start to take control of this map. In the past few rounds, misfire once again. Hits his shots. As we can see Creeks by himself. He's had a little bit of a shocker thus far. As he looks to be heading up towards short. Misfire looks to be the first contact. Misfire able to find Creeks. As Renax able to bring one back. Renax, band-aid for a bullet wound. Or are they actually going to be able to try and stop this momentum that Atlantic have at the moment? B-side looking to be the take. Very early utility heading over there as we're going to see Atlantic really have a little bit of cheeky default spread. Misfire. Able to fully blind everyone through long. He's going to bounce away just a little bit. Utility comes through. Tippo's found the frag on Kadem. As Creeks tagged up a little bit, has all the information. See guys is equipped. Ooh, he kind of ran out of bullets there in his AK. He's going to be able to find Exasperative, although does prevent the bomb plant. As Masson does go down. Fnatic Bay's lonesome. Good to find Greeks potential for a second here. We'll be able to not find equipped after what looked to be a dead to right shot as Atlantic win the first half of overtime, 16-17. 2 to go here for Atlantic. And then Renax need 2 to stay alive. Of course, the round of 16 allows us to have so many games going on at the same time, so we'll try to keep everyone up to date on them. However, at the moment, it does look that Evicted Zero Tenacity is at the very, very end of their first map. 10-14 at the moment for them. Very similar scoreline to what we had. Can Zero Tenacity bring it back? We're going to have to find out. However, heavy tons presence here from Renax early on their T side. You're going to see a boosted up Mingo here. It is looking to be like that could be something that could develop into something nice, depending on how we're going to see this match here. This matchup here on this mid-control, Atlantic looking to try take it. And we could even see a little bit of a wraparound here. There's Misfire still holding his pushes. Flashes go out, 45 seconds left to play. As the clock starts to tick down, Misfire looking to try to take his lowest control. Smokes go out. Mingo able to isolate the jewel as we're going to see the first to fall. Exasperative able to get one. Flashes go out as potentially Mingo to pick up one more. We'll spray through the smoke and find Exasperative. As Masson able to find Kadem. And it's all looking to fall apart here for Renax at the moment. As the clock ticks down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and done. Atlantic holds strong. As we see Masson hitting up to that 30 frag mark. A very, very good game from him thus far. As Renax had all the momentum and it all looks to be going wrong at the moment. As match point comes in. Renax 2 to stay alive, Atlantic 1 to win it. Kadem good for 1. As Kadem finds a second. Do they expect Pit? Ooh, Masson good for 1 a second. It's going to leave a 2v3 at the moment. Denmark on top. There's Masson. If you actually look at HSCV, Russia's on top at the moment. And if you look at SCL, technically, the Czech Republic's on top. But if you look at, you know, some other teams, and you know, it's a whole stat. Is Fnatic good enough to find Creeks 2v2 at the moment? As this mid to B push looks to be what's going on at the moment. As the retake coming in for Atlantic. Exasperative could be mollied out of his little area at the moment. As he pushes into the smoke, as we're going to go see Fnatic good enough for typos. Exasperative good enough for Masson as Renax hold the bomb beautifully. final round here is Atlantic. Looking to try win it. Looking to try start this series off right for the Danes. There's Renax still fighting to stay alive. As a hinge smoke does land for Renax. So we're going to see a quip. Good enough for one on this ramp hold. Monster trying to take a little bit of long control, and we'll be able to find Tippos. However, setting up for some utility, Masson will be able to find him. 2v4 at the moment, Atlantic. Very, very strong position to continue to take control of this map. We're going to start to see smokes from mid to B pushes. Creeks has to hold strong here. He's got to find at least one. He can't find anything. Masson from behind. Good enough to find Exasperative. That's all down to Fnatic, the Orpa in the 2v1. Mingo able to find the Orpa as Atlantic take the first map. As we are going to head to map number 2 with Atlantic taking the map in overtime. A little bit of a great comeback for them. As we're going to head to the beautiful Italian streets of Inferno. As we are a little bit late into the pistol, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Just had a little bit of an issue over on the mainstream. However, Atlantic, after an amazing comeback on that first map, we're going to start to see where exactly this pistol will take us, and it will take us to Lagtown. Don't worry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We are on a first-class ticket. As Misfire first to fall, Creeks able to get that pick. He's looking to have a bit of a stronger map than his Dust 2 was. So we're going to see Creeks. I think that's his second. Creeks is starting off well. He's got 2 frags for himself at the moment. This Fnatic, he's going to go down. There's Kadem. Exasperative left in this one. Exasperative will go for 1. Mingo we'll find the trade as Exasperative by his lonesome does have a kit. There's Creeks and Mingo both run away slowly from the bombers. We're starting to get a little bit of lag. Oh dearie me. Oh dearie me. That's not very good. That's not very hype. It's not very hype, champ. You feel me? But yes, for those of you who are interested in the Goose House Engaging game, that is up on the mainstream. Make sure you guys do check that out if you are interested. Had a little bit of a logistics error, and so what I said in chat is incorrect. My apologies. As we're going to see Atlantic take this top banana area of the map. Flash is going in. No rotations coming over just yet. Fnatic starting to lean his way over. As we're going to see Atlantic really start to try to target this B side early. 50 seconds left to play as we're going to start to get the Renax rotations coming in. We're not seeing Macedon really try to take space at this A side either. Misfire the first to fall here as 30 seconds left to play as this bomb, it's got to go down. Kadem Going to be flashed through. He's going to be found by Mingo. We're going to see exasperated by his lonesome. Should be wrapped by Macedon. However, Mingo gets the frags before that even happens. As Atlantic pick up a second. Seeing exasperative play by his lonesome towards his A site, pistol in hand. Yeah, we've got a little bit of server lag issues at the moment. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen, but as equipped, we'll be able to find the first frag. We're going to see Katem get one back, as there is the potential here for more to come. Gonna see Monster. He's gonna go down as the 3v3 starts to take place. Renax really picking apart these SMGs early with these pistols. There's Mackin. He's able to hang around in the library, reading a little bit of a few books, as we're going to see Katem by his lonesome in the 1v3. It's like him and Masson trading places. Masson might even go after an AK here. Maybe Atlantic's may not even expect Katem to be pushing through here with this Mac 10. Katem taps the bomb. He's going to be spotted out. Tippos to find the frag. There's the second rifle. Unrecoverable for Atlantic, as we're going to see some AKs come in here. Mingo equipped. Opting for one of the AKs. You know, one of the classics. One of the classic 47s, you feel me? Mingo burning. We're going to see Creeks playing nice and fast. He's going to be able to find himself a second. The Mac 10 really starting to get to work here. Creeks and Tippos having a bit of a chat with each other. Looking lovingly into each other's eyes after one of them shoots the other in the head. We're going to see Atlantic pick up a fourth. We're going to see Mackin good enough for one. Have to drop off the angle here. Will come out worse for wear in that fight. 9 points of health. To spare himself is equipped, able to find one more. He's having himself a much better start than he did in that first map. A much better start indeed. You're going to see misfire. Able to hold strong. Mingo does go down. 3v4 now. There's utility towards his A site. Forces over a rotation. was going to say exasperative. Able to find one more. Maccan. McCarran? Maccan goes down. 3v3 here. There's Atlantic. 25 seconds left to play here as Tipos. Good for one. Finds himself a second. Tipos single-handedly clearing out this A side for his team. As we're going to start to see Misfire come in here. He's got to be a big boy. He's got to be a big boy. He's got to put his boots up. He's got to take control of the situation. As the smoke goes down once again, missed fire. Smoked out of the sight. And as he eventually pushes through, will be found by Tipos. Oh my lord. Cool timeout taken by Renax. Looks to be all sorted. However, we will see if we need another one. It doesn't look like it is going to be an issue. Atlantic still keeping the lead as that nade just a little bit too shallow. Unable to find Mingo. There's Tipos playing close quarters here. In the apartments, a lot of room taken from Atlantic really early. Renax have given up so much space here. We're actually going to start to see Monster buy his Lonesome calling over rotations. There's Renax. Nothing archway. See Fnatic. Good for one. Katem will be traded as Fnatic. Close quarters, 4 points of health. He somehow gets away in the fight. There's Mingo. Has to deal with Monster. Shot straight in the back of the head. It looks like B's going to be the play here. Renax haven't called over rotations just yet. These footsteps won't be heard. 20 seconds left to play. Flashes go out. Monster has to hold strong. He just needs to hide in the back of the site. Good enough for one. Monster will be taken down as Typos by his Lonesome. Will fake a plant instead of sticking. We'll get the plant down. Exasperative pushing in close quarters. Typos good for one. Will be traded. Missed fire. Able to find a very, very dangerous, very, very elusive Tipos. Who gets a 3k on the round, so it's not all doom and gloom at the moment for Atlantic as they give up their first, as the bomb does get defused. Renax pick up their first of this Inferno map as the tech timeout gives us a little bit of a chance to allow us to get underway. Oh, Kazo's still here. Oh shit, I thought you would have been annoyed by my voice already, I'm not gonna lie. Nah, it's good to have you here, Kazo. Good to see you scouting out the competition as well. We're going to see a lot more of a contained mid control here from Atlantic. A little bit more of a default spread with a very, very aggressive misfire pushing up Banana here as he backs away slowly. Mollies will go down to cover his tracks. As Renax, very limited utility in this round. As Atlantic just slowly drawing all of it out. Every time a flash pops, it's $200 at the moment for Renax. And it's a very expensive $200. There's this AAA hold. Should be found out by Tipos in a very, very quick second. We're going to start to see a little bit of a short game here. There's Tipos having a little bit of scandalous activities towards this boiler side of the map. There's Masson. Flash is set to go over the top. Mingo good for one. The smoke protecting his back unlike last round. Utility going in as Mingo gets in way of the smoke and allows a really aggressive plant. Misfire falls. Head spotted through the smoke. There's Mingo, Tipos, one apiece. There's a quip. Goes down. We're going to see Creeks get tagged up as Mackin able to find one more. Exasperative by his lonesome, looking to try and keep this AK in his own hands. As we're going to see Atlantic pick up a 6 and looking really strong at the moment. Atlantic really looking strong here at the moment on this T side. Renax, they're coming out worse for wear in a lot of the duels that they are taking. You know, we're going to see one smoke, 2 smokes come in, 2 flashes, a molly and a nade for Renax, and that's majority of the purchases that we're going to start seeing as we're seeing more Atlantic fans slowly come into the chat. Oh my lord, there's so many of you. Where did you all come from? We're going to see Monster. Good enough for 1. Will be traded. Is that Renax C7? Getting the job done. Where do you all come from as well? AK recovered. Not going to be giving it up to Renax anytime soon, Atlantic, as we're going to see Max able to find Kadem. Big frag there. Kaden, one of the 2 SMGs in the server at the moment, is Exasperative. He looks to be next up on the chopping block. He's going to go down. That's the AK. That is a huge frag for Atlantic to find. It should be a very, very easy road here, unless Fnatic has something to say about it. Good for 1. Will be traded. There's Mistfire by his lonesome. Good for 1. Could go and get a nice little upgrade, and AK Asimov doesn't look half bad. We're going to start to see this retake attempt come in. Whip spotted, traded. Atlantic pick up a 7th, really looking strong here at the moment, the Danes. We're going to see a full buy come in for Renax at the moment. Kadem taking off AWP duties at the moment for this Renax Inferno. You know, I don't know if that's done by design, but that does too. You know, Kadem really looked good. Really did look good with that AWP, especially playing that secondary AWP. Fnatic still looking good as that nade. Can't find Mistfire somehow. Able to jump away from it as we're going to see Mackin good for 1. Able to find the head of Kadem. This Fnatic has to be strong here. Misses a rare shot. He misses a second one. Extremely rare scenes at the moment as Misfire wrapping from behind. Able to find Mingo. Will drop off back towards Banana as 8. Looks to be the call, and he's got a haul ass. We're going to see Tippos traded. Creeks being able to pick up the bomb and get it down. Planning really safe. As Monster able to find a quip. 2v2 now on the site. Both Renax boys pretty banged up. As it looks like save's going to be the call. And a huge call it is. Look at the economy of Atlantic at the moment. It's so strong. Tippos is about to get to 10k. Mingo very soon to get to 10k as Atlantic for some reason dropping over an AWP. Not too sure what's going on there. Might be just a bit of a little thing. It looks like they're not even going to bother picking up a secondary AWP. They got cash to burn. Maybe opting for an AWP with a skin, because I know we've seen time and time again AWPers without skins, and it does look feral. I will say that it does look feral to not have a skin on your AWP. Valencio, I'm speaking about you. If a Kazo's in chat, can you tell Valencio? Actually, no. That's the D&E side. My apologies. I swear, there was someone on your team at Kazo who doesn't have a skin on his AWP, and it is actually infuriating me. We're going to see 5 AKs come in for Atlantic as they win the round. They win the half. But the question is by how much. Fnatic getting his body in the way of that smoke to try create a little bit of a gap. As Creeks, good for 1. Really taking a lot of space. Kazo, someone on your team doesn't have an AWP skin. I don't know who it is. I do not remember. I'm going to go through the VOD and check. But you were using an AWP without a skin for a little bit. It's infuriating. Making me mad. So going to see Mackin. Good for 1 more. Will be traded as Exasperative. Takes 2. Excited for final versus D&E. One of you have to take on iNation or North. You guys have to take on iNation first, so I mean. Ooh. It's probably you. I will gift you a skin if you want a Kazo. I will gift you a skin. I will gift you an AWP. Please. As I can't believe a chicken just got killed there. I'm actually gonna crack the chins. Very angry. I'm a very angry man. You guys will learn this. I'm a very angry man. Also gonna see Monster 5 self for the 1v3. Kazo, I will give you an AWP skin if you want. As Monster might even be able to find himself a little bit of a pick here. He's going to be taken. Saving up to get a good inventory. Now I'm kind of intrigued as to what you're going to get at Kazo. Ooh. I'm intrigued. Get some good skins before the semis. Alright. That sounds good. That sounds promising. I like that. If you need a sticker dealer, I got you. Of course, none of the rare stickers. Of course, the ones that only look good. Like the 2021 Stockholm Hollows. They look so nice. Oh my god. The Stockholm Hollows look so nice. I'm gonna say it right now. Probably third favorite sticker of all time. There's Misfire. Doesn't miss any of his shots. See what I did there? Miss, huh? There's Atlantic. Having to try keep these AKs away is Misfire. There's a rare shot. Forza Renax. It's Creeks, good for 1. Will be tagged up, finds a second. Creeks really starting to come alive here in this second map. He's up to 11 frags already as a quip. Slower reaction times from one of the Danes as Creeks able to find himself 12. Renax once again calling for a save. Creeks, the 3k on this round thus far. Really helping set his team up for great success as Atlantic look really strong to pick up a 10th. Coach Creeks. Is Creeks the coach? Funny, is that what you told me? Creeks is the coach. As Kadem finds a second, can't recover an AK though, and he won't be able to. Atlantic lose 2 rifles, however, it's even more. It's so good to be able to know that you lost rifles and no one else could get them. That's huge from Atlantic to get to 10 first. Renax stuck on 1. No shot is Creeks the coach. I thought you guys had a coach in the server already. We got Godzilla in the server. Oh, Godzilla might be like an assistant or something. It's Fnatic good for 1 as Monster Misfire holding down this banana site. Molly's going in. Misfire does go down. It's that coach mindset. You know, Freaks. Is he's gonna fall? Kadem. So what? Godzilla is like an analyst or something, no? for this Atlantic side. Actually, no, he's the coach for Renax. Whoops. Standing today. Yeah. Oh, that's intriguing. He's not playing half bad. He's starting to come alive in this second map. I'll tell him that right now. Really starting to play well in this second map. I'm going to see Creeks once again able to find that opening frag. Yeah, Gonzalo Renax. I've just realised that. Like, hold up. CT side with Renax. No. Kate, I'm able to find tip boss as Creeks. Spotted by Kadem. Will be taken down. Yeah, Gonzalo's Remax. Gonzalo, yeah. Okay, I'm starting to slowly work this out, alright? I'm getting there, I'm getting there. I'm gonna see a 4v3 at the moment, a minute 10 left to play. This Atlantic side looked really strong in all these situations today. We're going to see Exasperative traded. Kadem, good for one. Can he find a second? Yes, he can. Equip. Tried to chase the frag. Couldn't be able to find it. And Why You Mad Bro is the song that rings out over the top. As we're going to have an extra... That looked to be an extra M4, but no. Ooh. Kadem, the early person on this Renax side. Over 10 kills in those double figures. And the early one going positive, unfortunately. So we're going to see Atlantic looking really strong at the moment. Alright, Atlantic fans, I'm going to keep it a $1.50 with you. I need you guys to teach me a little bit of Danish. Because, you know, the Kertos fans are really nice to me. They started teaching me Portuguese. They taught me to say great words like I love you and hello. I do not remember them. I'm gonna keep it a $1.50. I do not remember them. I'm gonna keep it a stack. As Mingo. Nades go down trying to deal with misfire. There's a Quip in a really aggressive position. Finds Monster. This Fnatic. Able to get one elsewhere. Kadem able to spray down Tip Boss. Gonna see this 3v4. This Creeks able to get that bomb down. 3v2 on the bomb side defense. Renax having to play a triple retake from Church at the moment. This is going to be really strong. Mollies go down. That's going to be brutal. Equip does fall. It's all down to Creeks. The coach with the most. He doesn't... Can't find anything. Didn't peek the first time. Maybe he heard too many footsteps. However, Renax pick up a fourth as we head into round 15. Should be full buys for both teams at the moment. There's a very early top mid push here. The smokes go down. Caden able to tag up Tipos. As Tipos barely gets away. Spray down, good for two, finds himself a third. That's a huge hold from Kadem at the moment. A 5v2. 3 down for Kadem. Gonna see Mingo fall. Smokes go down as Masson up next. Little bit of a comeback here from Renax at the moment. Able to bring it back to 5, winning the last 4. However, a very, very good run from Atlantic to start off this map, right? They're doing everything right. They're doing everything they need to do to potentially take this out. Back into this one. Apparently, we had a little bit of an issue with Mistfire's mouse. Apparently, his cat decided it wasn't a fan of the cord attached to it. Which I think is a little bit like oh, the dog ate my homework, so I couldn't get my homework in. You know, like one of those. If you guys ever pulled them off in high school. I don't know if any of you all pulled them off in high school as Fnatic. Able to find the opening frag here in this pistol. Mackin. Good for 1 as a quip, and Exasperative having a little bit of a, oh, what the hell's going on here moment as a quip tagged up a little bit, being that little bullet candy. As Mingo falls, a quip by himself in the 1v1. The bomb hasn't gone down yet. I don't know why he's peeking. A middle left to play here as we're going to see Monster. And Equip go at it. Equip falls. Monster being able to take the pistol. Renax take a 6th. An immediate AK, full armor. A little bit of utility gotten pretty much near immediately from Monster. As we're going to see Renax coming out of that pistol. Atlantic, first time we've really seen them on the back foot. First time we haven't seen them have a pistol. First time we've seen them not have a pistol win. My apologies. That's what I'm trying to say. So that nade's going to go in. Mingo tagged up just a little bit. We're going to actually see the SMG from Zippo's fall as well. Kadem able to get one of himself. Nade stack goes in as Monster. Good for 1. Creeks finds a second with the Deagle as Exasperative. Finds Creeks, leaving Mackin by his lonesome. Might be able to find himself a bit of an SMG here as Kadem falls. SMG recovered as Exasperative gets the bomb down. Exasperative spotted. Mackin just looking to rush in here. I actually like this. Taps the bomb. Cuts noise. Will be found by Exasperative as Renax pick up their 7th. Converting after the second round. Normally huge and normally one of the more difficult tasks within this Inferno map, right? Converting your second round T-side. It's one of the more challenging parts because, you know, you don't know what you're up against. Could be up against sharp shooting digs, or, you know, you could be up against, you know, those fast, more nimble SMGs, but Atlantic, they come out on top and they only give up the 2. Did take away a lot of armor, as we're going to see Creeks able to get 1 trade. We're going to see these USPSs still trying to take down Fnatic. Flashes go out as his B-side completely free as Monster. He's going to see if he can farm up a little bit of cash. Equip goes. Creeks trying to find a second here. It's going to be an absolute scuffle through CT spawn. As Creeks does fall. Tippo gets the trade as Misfire. Good for 1. As Mackin by his lonesome does have a Mac 10. We'll be able to drop an AK. Potential here for the second AK here to drop, and it won't just yet. Mackin by his lonesome continuing to take the fight here as does recover an AK and gets away. So Renax giving up an 8th. Sorry, Renax earning themselves an 8th. However, they give themselves up an AK. Really smart play from Mackin there. Because, you know, Mingo Equip. Definitely be on the shy side of what you need to get a full buy on that CT side. And that AK, it's going to be huge to be able to buy later in the game. Full sets of utility coming in for Atlantic. Kadam tagged up by his own teammate. It's going down bottom mid. Won't be able to make any contact so far. We're going to see some utility. Try to keep this Renax side at bay on their T side. Smokes in utility. Starts a parade top mid. So we're going to start to see an Archer's push. Tipos good for one. Will continue his push through short as Creeks does find Kadam. As Mackin naded down just a little bit. Exasperative found by Tipos, hiding in the back of the site. There's equipped wide swings, good for one. Will be mollied out of the side as Misfire has 5 to deal with. There's Atlantic, now have none to deal with. Beautiful, beautiful shot from Tipos as we get a little bit of server lag. AKs should be recovered. It looks like Creek's able to find himself an AK. We're going to see 4 AKs and an M4. Actually, just making 5 AKs recovered. And Atlantic pick up their first the second half. 5 AKs for the CT side. You know, if I'm Renax here, I don't know why I'm buying head armor. You know, if I know I'm going to be coming up against a 5 stack of AKs, I don't know why exactly I would be buying head armor. I'm not going to lie. So we're going to start to see this Renax side. Having that Mac 10 in the server could be a little bit of a money grab for Kadam. Of course, Kadam's been playing really well with the rifle. The fact that he hasn't got one, a little bit confusing. I'm not going to lie, as we're having a back and forth in the chat between Renax and Atlantic Waves. I love this little bit of like war that we got in the chat. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty funny. As Mackin can't find anything, only finds 3 tags. As he's gonna fall. As he does go down. There's Tipos. Good for one, does find the bomb. Creeks. Close quarters. Good for one. We're going to see Equip once again. Should be able to find Monster and Will. Leaves it down to Fnatic and Exasperative. Creeks and Equip. This Fnatic trying to find Equip. Equip just needs to hide as Fnatic finds him. Creeks, the coach, buys Lonesome. Has had himself a really nice game today, and he's going to be able to find one. Potential for a second there. Won't be able to find Exasperative. Renax able to pick up a 9th. This Kadam, once again, maybe stuck on an SMG here. Actually, worse, he's stuck on the Deagle. He's got to hit his shots here, as we're going to see Atlantic can't get anything going with that 5 stack of AKs. Instead, opting to put Tipos back on the AWP as Mingo early, good for one. Creek's able to get the trade out. As Tipos, close quarters. Can't find anything. Exasperative and Kadam, one apiece to open up this top mid site. Creeks falls. Kadam able to find the pick with the AWP, as we're going to see Renax pick up a 10th. Atlantic last map had a great comeback, and Renax looking like they're going to follow suit. Atlantic on pistols, having to deal with what looks to be a little bit of a cheeky B hit here from Renax. Utility heading over towards that A site. We're going to be able to see a rotation come in. I do believe that is equipped. Heading over towards that A site. Pins pulled. We're going to see rotations coming near immediately for Atlantic. Misfire out with Flying Creeks, and Mingo can't do anything else. The two Deagles in the back of the site goes down as equipped. Can't get anything going. Mac and Tipos left. As Tipos, the only one really in a position to do anything. Mackin. Maybe just being told to save that armor that he's got on. Bomb goes off. Renax tied back up 11-11. There's a timeout coming in for Atlantic. Lots to talk about at the moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, we might head to a quick break. We'll be right back as soon as this game is about to get started. As we head back into this one, Atlantic, what do they come up with? You know, they're rocking up the five rifle setup. You know, something tells me they're not going to invest into that tip-off sword again. As equipped, first to fall. Looking to try play aggressive through that banana area of the map, and it looks like it's just not going to pay out. As Monster explodes onto the B side, a save for Atlantic. This looks like Renax gonna go hunting. Tipos good for one. Tipos finds a second. Tipos finds a third. This Creek's the only one to fall so far. There's Mackin. Able to just leave the AWP. of Fnatic. As Renax able to take 12 as a timeout once again coming in for Atlantic. You know, once again, we're seeing that Renax or really not really have an effect thus far. You know, only 10 frags for 15 for Europa. And, you know, we're also seeing it on the other side as well. Equip. He really hasn't had the most fun in these two maps. He's really been playing really lackluster Counter-Strike. It looks like it's starting to really hurt the team as well. We're going to see Creeks. Good for one, will be traded. Mingo able to find Cayman. As Mingo goes down, 3v3 at the moment. We're going to see utility onto this A side as Equip. He's got to hold strong here. He's going to get the rotation here for Renax as the call might even come out. Equip has to hold strong here. Good for one. 7 bullets in the chamber. He's going to find a second before he falls. That's a big hold from that young man. He leaves Exasperative by his lonesome. So we're going to start to see a 1-1 setup here. 35 seconds left to play in this one. Exasperative throws himself some B smokes and heads towards A. Tippo's pushing. Should be able to call Banana clear. Footsteps heard. Exasperative spotted. It's about to be a foot race. Tippo's for Exasperative. Who's quicker? Tippo's. As they're able to stop the bleeding. Atlantic. Getting rounds here or there. Potentially a band-aid for a bullet wound. However, Atlantic, are they able to stop this momentum? We're seeing Creeks once again with that SMG. You know, that double hold from Equip was huge that round. He did what he needed to do. He stood strong when he had to. Seeing misfire. Able to get some tags up as Exasperative. First to fall as Creeks. Able to get that trade. This B side looks to be the hit here for Renax early. This 3v4. Atlantic really trying to get under control. $40 seconds left as Banana Utility starts to rain down. Equip found. There's Mingo hiding in church. Has to be strong here. Has to just keep himself alive. He can't fall too easily. 3v3 on the retake. 2 kits in play. Smokes go out. As well as some flashes. There's Mingo, good for 1. Mackin, good for 2. The huge spray down for Mackin as Atlantic able to start taking control of this map once again. 13-12. After what has been a heroic effort from Renax. Atlantic Something's turned in their heads. Creeks must have given them the biggest dressing down of his life. As we start to see M4s coming in once again into the hands of the counter-terrorists. Pistols for Renax. Missed fire. Goes down once again. Creeks. Falls. That's one of those AKs gone. Renax, they can hop on top of it. That'll be huge as Tipos, good for one, will be traded out as we're going to see a 3v4 at the moment. This A-Rap. Leaving Mackin to be one tap by Fnatic as we're going to see Equip from behind. Good enough for one utility. As Fnatic through the smoke finds Mingo. Equip by his lonesome. The question is, how close do they think he is? There's Equip. Able to find Fnatic. Can't find Monster though, as 2 rifles recovered. Renax, pick up 13. An SMG, a Deagle, an AWP, and 2 rifles here for Atlantic. They're really playing for 14 here. Atlantic win 14 here. We might see Renax start to struggle to buy. Tipos falls. Mackin able to get a trade. So maybe a little bit of a recovery mission here from Creeks. Recovery successful as we're going to start to see some utility onto this B side here. Mingo holding strong, good for 2. Finds himself a 3rd. Mingo, potentially a 4th, a 4K for Mingo to hold down this B side as Atlantic pick up 14. Huge hold from Mingo. The Dane holding strong. As we're going to get a timeout here for Renax. After a huge round and what was a must win for Atlantic if they want to win this game. Some would say that's a knife dagger round, however. I do believe Renax, depending on how they can play this back, could potentially get themselves to overtime once again. It's alright, King D. I believe in you boys. I believe. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. As the time ticks down, Atlantic have the lead at the moment, and it looks like they're going to get to 15. Renax, a really smart decision here. They're able to get 1 or 2 picks here. They can really start to turn this around as Misfire has a missed fire. He's going to be naded down as Caldum able to find Tippos. That's one of those nades gone as we're going to see Monster spraying through the smoke. Molly's going down as Misfire will fall to the fire of Equip instead of the nade. So we're going to start to see an A rotation come over really quickly here. Masson has to hold strong. He's got to get at least 2 here if he wants to help his team out the most that he can. If Exasperate's got to go for this AWP, he's got to take on Kriegs. Kriegs knows that he's close. And there's a sound as we're going to start to see Kriegs fall off the angle. This A rotation. Still holding strong. Nothing over towards B yet. Mingo. We saw what he did last time to hold his B site. We're going to continue to see what happens. Kriegs able to find one. The headshot on Monster. Leaves his team in a 3v4 as Masson. Still playing really smart Counter-Strike. So we're going to see Kriegs act like there's rotations coming in. So we're going to see Equip in the side, fully blind. There's Mackin. Good for one. Leaving Exasperative Deagle by his lonesome. 15 seconds left as this bomb goes down. Kriegs, 25 frags on the day. He wants to make it 26, and he will! Huge play from the stand-in. As Atlantic pick up 15. AWP recovered. AK recovered. As the caller just defused, the thing comes in. Huge hold there. As Mackin did enough. As we're going to head to around 15 for Atlantic. Match point. Renax backs against the wall. What do Renax pull out here? Renax, what are we rocking? What are we thinking, Renax? What's the call? You be presence early. Has been something that Atlantic have struggled to deal with. Equip stuck on the SMG. Double nade stack coming in, as well as some few smokes here and there. As Equip going to play close angles here. And I like that with these SMGs. As long as those SMGs are getting up close and personal here, when we're not seeing rifles, you know, being up close and personal when SMGs are playing long range. You know, I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of anything that Atlantic is going to do at the moment to try and stop Renax. Because here's the thing. Renax, their back's against the wall. They're a team with everything to lose. They're a team with nothing to lose. Everyone knows the most dangerous type of people are those people with nothing to lose. B site looking to be the hit. Smokes deployed at 45. As well as some utility. This has to be a huge hold here between Mingo and Equip. Mingo, what can you do, lad? You gotta show us. You gotta show up and you gotta rock out as Misfire able to find Mingo. We're gonna start to see Equip. He's gonna fall through the smoke. Hate him. Two incredible entry frags from that young man as Renax get that bomb down. I do think it's Kanem up on the boost. There's Kriegs. He's one rocking the AWP at the moment. He's going to be spotted just a little bit. Ooh, it's going to be spicy. Here's Kanem. He's going to be legged. As we're starting to see a little bit of a save here from Atlantic. They're going to play for the win, and they're not going to force the win right now. There's Kriegs. He's going to be left very, very close quarters. He's actually going to be spotted as Misfire. Going to go after him. They're going to go chase this AWP. There's Kriegs. Good for one. Kriegs. Can't hold them near the bomb long enough. He's going to fall. As the AWP won't be recovered. Mistfire's going to give it a good crack though. Won't be able to get it. As we're going to head to a second round 30 in this game. These two games have been grinders. We're getting a very awkward buy here from Atlantic. 2 SMGs, 3 M4s. As Equip last second changing over to an SMG. B utility. Just trying to keep Renax out. How are we, Coben? Oh boy. What a time to join, Mr. Coben. There's Kriegs, good for one. Nade's going in. Misfire's going to be hit just a little bit. Monster as well. It's A-side looking to be the hit. Nades potentially doing more damage than I think Renax were hoping. B-side looking to be the rotations. Atlantic have read this perfectly. They're going to pull 2 over. They're going to pull over Equip and they're going to pull over Mackin. Although Renax playing with their hearts. 40 seconds left and it looks like they're going to get that final rotation in that we have seen time and time again from a lot of these teams. The Play Inferno really smart. They play these mind games for little bits of utility, as we're going to see. See Cracks able to get one as Exasperative going to be tagged up and Cracks is going to find a second. Looking to be the hit here. Tipos has to hold strong. Fnatic misfire. Fnatic goes down. Misfire by himself in a 1v5. He's going to fall. Atlantic pull it back. The potential comeback and what could have been as Renax fall. Atlantic moving on to the second round of the playoff bracket. An incredible game, but ladies and gentlemen, a 2-0 win. Decisive. Decisive in this first map, in this first matchup. As ladies and gentlemen, that's been my time. We're going to have a little bit of a quick... I'm just going to show you off some... I'm just going to show off some of the clips. But if you guys in chat did enjoy the... as we go, we got Cracks in... We got that Coach Gaming in chat, you feel me? If you guys did enjoy the cast, I hope you guys show myself, Zola, Charlie, or aka known as CMD, some love on Twitter. I'll post our Twitter links in the chat. Show us some love on Twitter because, you know, that's the main place where a lot of us communicate, you know, what we're doing, where we're casting. You know, there's a lot that we do inside and outside of the SCL, and if you guys want to keep up with some of the stuff that we're up to, especially a little bit of a giveaway that Zola might have at the moment. I didn't say anything. You didn't hear that. Zola may be giving up a little bit of a little bit of a giveaway. You didn't hear that from me. And you know, we may even have some giveaways in the future, but that's okay, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. It was extremely fun to be a part of. I actually love and adore both of these teams, and I hate to see one of them get knocked out. But ladies and gentlemen, our Twitter links are in chat at the moment. Flamboyant, Zola, and CMD. Make sure you guys show us some love on Twitter because, you know, we'll be up around. Make sure you guys do follow the SCL on Twitter as well. Make sure you guys show them some love so you can work out when your team's playing next. Of course, both these teams did qualify for the Masters Division, so I hope that we will see you back for Season 3 of the SCL. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been your caster, Flamboyant. That is my time. I've been speaking really fast. I've been speaking a lot. This has been 2.5 hours. That's actually not half bad. That was a pretty good game for 2.5 hours. 230 round maps. Both of these teams exhausted. A well-earned break for Atlantic as Renax. Well, I mean, they get to sit back. They get to watch some Counter-Strike. So I don't think any team's really lost here. But ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. I've been your caster, Flamboyant. No matter where you are in the world, whether it's morning, good night, morning, night, afternoon, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys stay safe, stay wealthy, stay healthy. I've been your caster, Flamboyant. Enjoy some of the best clips from the SCL.